Moonbeam? I mean, I could just drop a Fairy Fire for my turn, but I don't think that's the vibe I want. I suppose I could risk the oil, because what I could do is I could shapeshift and still try to just walk out and hit this guy. There's a chance we fall down, which would be embarrassing. I could... Is there a save on Color Spray? Or is it automatic? Maybe I'll just do that. Oh, the little circle next to the icon is probably telling me how many hit points worth of stuff I'm using up. That's interesting. So I'm going to do this, then I'm going to jump out. And that'll be my turn. So he is indeed blinded. Just for the round? It's not as good as I'd hope. This is better as a group thing. If I'd read and noticed that it was one round, then I probably wouldn't have done it. Alright. That's it for you. Advantage to attack because he's blinded. Now, if I did try to Eldritch Blast him, it would break even because we're too close. There's Color Spray, but there's that. The Arms of Hadar is a saving throw, but he won't have disadvantage on it, so it's not actually helpful. He can't attack for opportunity because he's blinded. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna... Oh... Okay, hold on. If I walk here, it'll avoid the oil. There. Now I can come up here. I think if I go here, it might be in base to base with that guy. I don't know if that'll be enough height. I will try to hex first. Yeah, okay, good. I do. Oh, right, of course, I get advantage. Regardless. Reapply hex. Squint to try to find the strength one. Yeah, I'm a little worried that if I got any higher up... I don't know if there's a way to tell if I'll be engaged here or not. I'm just going to shoot where I am. That was not as much damage as I'd hoped. Okay, now that I've done that, I want to very intentionally get into...
2 steps at a time.
Engagement here to set up some sneak attacks. Of course we miss. This guy's very confused. Should have shoved first. Oh shit! Okay. The reason you don't use bows, crossbows, secondary weapon on your guys. Some of them do. I mean, Will doesn't need a crossbow because he's got Eldritch Blast. Yeah, I don't know. All right, happy weapon enchantment. Shove? I can't really think of a good reason to shove. I think I'm just okay with Hysterian here.
Time to push my luck again.
All right. Del, you're going to return... do I want to cast a spell? Maybe I should Healing Word. Yeah, I should probably do that. I don't know, man. I have to take away advantage versus Will. This guy won't have advantage on Will. I mean, he might get +2 to hit from high ground. If that even applies to melee, but he won't have advantage.
Let's have some fun.
Oh! No, the flourish is once per short rest. Yeah, I did click on the bonus action to see what options were there. You could dip in blood. I don't think that's very helpful. He'll get +2 to hit. I suppose that's true. We could try to save if we can even possibly shove the warg, which it is letting me select. Or not. Oh, they ended turn. Yeah, too heavy to shove. Can't do it.
Come on,
Okay.
can't stay idle.
Should probably get her up. I'm really hoping to get... He's... maybe not... Okay, this guy's color sprayed right now. We've got advantage. You know what? Listen, I'm really sorry, Shadowheart. We gotta focus on getting a kill here.
Stop! I give up.
Oh, he surrenders!
Gee, please.
Was definitely the right solution then.
I know things. If you let me live, I'll make it worth your while.
No, you don't need to select sneak attack from the bar to make one. We'll show you the interface on that in a second. So yeah, I think Oh, I was gonna say I think Del. He's not talking to Del. He's talking to Will right now. That's interesting. Why is he talking to Will? Because Del's in bear form, of course. Talk you might live. It's worth my while. Run a Rolling Goblin before I change my mind. I want everything of value you have. We do want information, so we're gonna go with option 1.
My lot are camped nearby. I can get you inside. No hassle. You can loot it, do whatever. There's a hidden path. Past the bridge into the camp. Over to the side before you reach the first guards. Easy.
Well, all right. I wonder what's his vibe with this, right? We don't really know that much about Will, other than, you know, he's supposedly some big badass warlock who's been to the hells and things like that. He's got a particular demon person he hates, Karlak or whatever her name is, and he got maybe de-leveled from the worm thing. He feels very DMPC. He's very popular, very charismatic. So Del would go with 1. I think Will, I don't know, man. I don't think Will goes for 2. I think Will goes for 1 or 3. Let's do a community poll and see what people have to say about that. A bunch of votes for 3. Now, the thing is, remember, for 3 and the fight restarts, we're restarting the fight with Shadowheart down. Okay. Is the pop-up happening? Is that happening at all? I mean, people are typing in chat, but that's not how the vote works at all. Well, although I'm looking at chat to get a vibe of what things, but yeah, I hate that the Twitch integration is so laggy. Just too many people playing, I guess, is the problem. I'm gonna go with 1.
Thanks. And
Darren and Shadowheart disapprove. Right. They like the more brutal rep. Although, again, remember, Shadowheart's currently bleeding to death on the ground. So, I don't know if her...
Up and at him.
Oh, jeez. Hang on. Astarion. Leap. And then go help.
Still breathing, despite everything.
All right, we'll get the goblin down in a second.
Open up.
See, it doesn't go the first time. Huh, and it goes. Weird.
With haste.
We got a lot of looting to do in that. Right, you've already been looted. Oh, I guess here's the thing. We lost out on some loot and maybe some XP doing that, but that's fine. Oh.
Need something?
Oh, right. Hang on.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new
Well, it
subscriber.
broke the wild shape completely, not just for the conversation. All right. Leg of mutton.
stop this thing.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need a speak with humans spell for when I'm in animal form. Exactly. Yeah, and we've seen that happen before, where the vote box comes up after the conversation ends, which is really weird. So we got a wooden hatch down below. We're gonna go up first. We're looking for a way to stop this from...
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
What? I have not seen this.
We should keep moving.
Let's say those gloves look really cool, and I remembered what they are. They're the gloves with missile snaring. They don't look great on Dell. They look better on Shadowheart, wouldn't they? She doesn't have as good dexterity, though. She's only got, I think, a 13, so she just have the +1. But it's fine, because it's 1d10 plus your dex modifier. So it'd still be useful, and honestly, it would stop her from going down like that. And Dell's a little tougher because of the bear form. I think I should give her these gloves, and they'd look great on her. Keep moving. Another episode. Have we seen her have an episode? Hope this doesn't become a hindrance for us. Okay, no, we're going to go with option 1. Why does this keep happening to you?
You already know as much as I do. Best ignore
So
it,
bruised and beat up.
as long as it doesn't hamper us too much.
Gloves don't work in bear form. That's a good point. All right.
What's next?
Plus, again, they just look better on her. Right? Doesn't that work with, like, the armor and everything? Because she's got a hint of blue in the trousers. Yeah, that's much better.
Have a lot on
Unfortunately, I think I sold my metal gloves that were, like, +1 to strength checks. They weren't magic, but they were still something, but we'll have to find some again at some point. Should I just short rest here? And we're probably not going to take damage. Oh, sneak attack. So, the reason you don't actually have to use the explicit sneak attack buttons over here is because by default, sneak attack is automatically set as an active trigger. If for some reason you don't want to, so people said you might not want to have these be automatic if you're doing multiple attacks per round and you want to choose which one of those attacks the sneak attack is actually triggering on, you could turn that off, in which case you'd have to use the manual buttons. But as long as you have these turned on, it will sneak attack whenever the opportunity comes and presents itself. So you don't actually have to use the explicit buttons. Is, at least as far as we can tell, the way it goes.
Look at a long road
All right, I want
ahead.
Delta. Oh, there you go. Brake lever. Now we'll go ahead and tie you for a sec, but let's go ahead and climb this first. Yeah, we're coming. Just don't worry about it. Grilled roth? Ribs? What's a roth? Rotten tomato. Maybe we can just throw it at someone, make them be disgusted. A skull, lantern. All right. Nothing else showing up on
My
alt.
feet can carry me.
That's like Underdark cattle. Okay. Okay, let's make sure we remember to go down the hatch, but we've got to do a lot of running around this town. There's a bunch to do. Hello, Varkas Root.
Cut me loose!
What's in it for me? No. Of course we're going to free him. Of course.
Magakamara. Those pustulant thugs. Well, get on with it.
Get on with what?
You saved me, now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
I mean, if you want. But I would rather know how you got caught.
My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly.
I think the
from now on.
pack is one we've already looted. A little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It
was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
I like that. Folk hero. Oh, Will is inspired. All right. All right. Time to loot everything in the town here. Well, let's have a short rest first.
Off we go then.
And then
My faith will guide me.
Shadowheart, why don't you... Let's drop Shield of Faith for a second. We'll pick up the actual Cure Wounds. And then throw Cure Wounds on yourself. There we go. Good stuff.
No time to rest.
Attack him and get his loot. Say, what's this red glow? I forget. It's this red glow on me because I'm low on blood. Chest. Speedy Light Feet. Oh, Speedy Sparks. When the wearer dashes or takes similar action during combat, they gain 3 lightning charges. And there's a few things in these games that add lightning charges. You have +1 to attack rolls and deal 1 additional lightning damage. If you gain 5 charge, they're consumed next time you attack, deal 1 to 8 lightning damage. Lose 1 charge per turn. The person most likely to spend time dashing is the very dashing Asterion, right? Because he can dash as a bonus action, and he's got 2 bonus actions. Yeah, trainers with LEDs on them. I mean, they might be a little flashy for the rogue here, or the rouge as the internet likes to spell it. But they're definitely going to be useful here, I would say. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Medium armor. I didn't realize that wow, we got to get you some better armor, buddy. That non-primary armor could have a type.
Still alive, so that's progress.
I thought Asterion's type was me. Huh. So, the fact that he's not proficient in it, what does that hurt him, stat-wise? It didn't change his AC as is. I was sort of expecting, well, now you can't add your dex to your armor modifier or something. Does it impinge his combat and prevent him from using his proficiency to attack? He was in disadvantage on attacks. All right, that's pretty bad. So, Will also doesn't have medium armor, I don't think. Yep. Shadowheart does. I don't think she does a lot of dashing, but maybe I just throw it on Del. He's more likely to want to dash into melee. Like, we can dash into melee and then shapeshift. Although I don't know if they don't work when he's in an animal form. That's kind of annoying. So I guess that leaves Shadowheart, or maybe what we end up doing is selling it at some point or feeding it to Gale. No, for now, I guess she'll put it on. Yeah, it's probably going to end up as Gale fodder, but we'll see. I'll keep those leather boots around for now. In case we want to change
I wish to live in more interesting times.
You know what? We want our clothing outfits.
Light on my feet.
We do have a shovel, right? I haven't tossed it yet. Good. I already got a shovel, so I don't need another one. Shattered wine barrel. It's like, this is going to roll down and crush us all. Nothing under there? Nope. All right, I think that's that. I mean, we got boots out of it, so that was good. Even pants might be meaty armor. Presumably the gloves as well, maybe helmets as well. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on that. So we didn't get anywhere near as much XP. I mean, we might have gotten some story XP from talking them down, but I'm willing to bet we would have gotten a lot more from just killing.
What's in here?
Oh yeah, we already looted this chest, because that was the one that was locked and I couldn't resist. We're going to go down the well soon. Rotten fish. Oh. More camp supplies. We have books to read! Wait. Not all the goblins left. Interesting.
If you want to keep your insides on the inside, don't cause any trouble.
Kind of want something to happen that'll cause trouble. All right, The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebroc's Morrow, Volume 1. Did we read this already? No, I don't think so. An excerpt, we might have read a different volume. An excerpt from The True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebroc's Morrow, pulp serial following the real-life exploits of an interplanar ship's captain. The real Captain Morrow is never... Yeah, okay, so we read that intro before. Vote you shove him down the well. His red dragon thus dispatched, the knight had no choice but to leap from my ship, crashing to the new bride's deck, even as his mount was swallowed by the eerie gloom of the astral plane's shifting tides. Faithful Norrells was upon him instantaneously, clawing and biting, alas in vain. Astral projection thwarts even the fury of a tabaxi cabin boy, and the treacherous Githyanki only laughed as Norrell's formless blows passed harmlessly through him. The knight's silver sword came about an arc that missed Norrell's entirely, but neatly clipped the spiritual cord anchoring the tabaxi stalwart soul to this plane. I mourned as my faithful feline companion faded from existence, but did not hesitate. The Githyanki only smirked lazily at my charge, anticipating the futile efforts of another bound by the laws of this plane. That is not, and has never been, Captain Tenebrook Morrow. Unlike poor Norrells, I had entered this plane in my full-fleshed form, a fact I demonstrated by thumping the warrior solidly between the legs. He tumbled over the new bride's rail and down into the mists, even as a fresh horde of dragons rose from the distant dead citadel of Tunarath. A warning to the Sword Coast. People of the Sword Coast, look around you. What do you see? A collection of gods-fearing humans, elves, and dwarves, or an infernal corruption of that divine image. Tieflings, wearing their devilish heritage for all to see, walk among us as if they didn't owe their existence and allegiance to the lords below. These hell's-touched people have infiltrated our cities, our organizations, even our families. They can claim to be good all they wish. Would you believe the tiger who looks at you with dripping fangs if he said he ate nothing but vegetables? No, we can see their true nature, plain as day. But they're not the only evil infiltrating our world. All around, I see drow, Durgard, and other creatures of the Underdark strive for acceptance. But why should you accept them when their brothers raid our countryside and steal our children? Obviously, I'm not saying this should be cast out. I'm just asking questions here. Obviously, I'm not saying we should return these delinquents to the Underdark and drive the tieflings back to the hells they came from. But be wary of these people, my friend. Be suspicious when you see them, and especially suspicious when you do not. All right, we got some fox pamphlets over here. Wow. All right. I'm just asking questions, bruh. Those aren't worth anything, so let's not bother. That's interesting. A crate with a gear icon? Not a loot icon?
Looks empty.
Okay.
Haven't seen that game in years.
Can we play hopscotch? I mean, not very well. Oh, this guy patrols around. Interesting. I know like clicking on these usually reads them, but some things loot, and so I'm like,
Marcus
I right-click.
Terrans, Mathen Deach, Rochelle Kirk.
I wonder if we find them. Okay, we're not leaving the town. I'm just getting a little look-see outside these walls. This is a fight we definitely want to do. It's interesting they're not hostile. I suspect we can get in conversation with them, and that would happen. So we got some ogres over there. We can see them. We're gonna assume there's a fight. We'll make Del go walk in and see about conversating with them. But this time we're gonna be a little bit more prepared for what may come. We're gonna get some people on the high ground.
Ever onward. They won't see me coming.
Sneaky, sneaky. I know it's full lit over here. The sneaky, sneaky here is mostly so that we can see the vision cones. We'll just take cover behind here. Shadowheart? Because she can range attack with her Firebolt. We've also got the Sacred Flame. The Firebolt would benefit from the high ground.
Unnoticed.
And I don't think we want her in melee, so I think that's going to be the same thing. We're going to go ahead and send her up. Can you not move the camera up until the character moves up? All right, now Asterion.
Let's keep to the shadows.
Up that. Okay. Rude, but sure. I'm just gonna get Asterion close, but not engaged. There's a lot of overlapping vision cones here. It's fairly lit in this area, so I don't think it's really gonna be possible for us to get like super duper close. Maybe I'll just leave you around the corner here, so you're not too far away, and you can jump in and do some things. And then Dell's just gonna walk right in.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Hello.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken.
They're eating a gnome.
Tastes like fish.
And yes, definitely shades of Lord of the Rings, or rather The Hobbit.
This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this?
Hello!
Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies.
Succeed stealth. Oh, when they turn, they must have line of sight on
Be you
Asterion.
friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute.
Right. So that's interesting. We don't have the brand. Some people have the brand and we can control them as true souls. But we don't have the brand ourselves. So I'm not going to do deception here. That's not my vibe. Plus, I kind of want this to lead on a fight. You speak with an eloquence unusual to your kind. Yeah, that may be because he's got a certain headband. I'm going to go with option 1. We'll see what happens.
Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Unless you bear the mark, of course.
You know what? Nope, I bear no such brand.
Food? Food? Food.
So, this is probably a terrible way to start this fight. Oh, I'm back here! Thought I might have been in the middle of things, but no. Oh yeah, started the fight, so I got momentum for even more movement speed, which is great. I mean, I think I'm just gonna run in bear form. I mean, I'm gonna run in first, just in case it changes my momentum or whatever. And then I'm gonna bear form, and then I'm gonna get wailed on by a whole bunch of... oh yes, thank you. I forgot the other characters because the stealth mode aren't actually engaged yet. We're gonna focus on Chalk. I wonder if there's a way to get line of sight with them, then triggering. Can I get up on the roof? That's fine. I think I'll just...
Every step counts.
Okay, now you got an initiative order. That's going to have to be fine. Shadowheart's not going to have line of sight on friendlies for... start off with an invoke duplicity here. I mean, can't reach destination. You don't have to reach a destination. I think I'll just move her up and she'll just engage.
Off I go.
Hiding failed. Okay, she's in the fight. She's got her initiative.
If this isn't important.
I want to wait for a... there's no way he's going to be able to get in and get the sneak attack. Can he sneak attack with the firebolt? Because this should trigger the sneak attack. Yeah, we'll just start with this. I was gonna say I'll wait until Dell is in melee, but it doesn't have to be the case.